Hi guys. Okay, it's Chika back again, and hello younger me. So today I'm gonna talk. See rapping. Okay. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 skills. I believe you should have as an international student. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. I'm gonna save you a lot of money. So if you wanna hear, stick around. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit out there, we like to party. Listen up, yeah, it's time to start it.
All right. So number one would be English. There's no that way. You don't have to be like an expert level speaker. You don't have to be, even if it's not your first language. You just have to be able to communicate. Clearly. Even if like people are nice enough here that they would help you through it. Like if they understand what you're trying to say, they would help you through. But I really believe you should like spend more time getting comfortable because it could hold you back, like especially like in class, when you do get here and stuff, or if you're already here and then because classes here is very interactive. Anyone have a question, this you have to raise up your hand and talk, or if you want to talk to your professor, if there's an issue with your tuition, you have to go to the bursar's office. Like, and the thing is, I mean, it could get intimidating if every time you talk, you're worried, will you say the right thing? Do you understand? You just subconsciously, okay, even if you're not doing it consciously, you might begin to limit yourself. You don't want to volunteer, you don't want to do other extracurricular activities. So yeah, I really feel like you should spend time, if it's not your first language, spend time learning it well. If even if it is your first language, there's something called American English and British English from Nigeria, so we speak mostly British English. We spell words differently. I think we pronounce words differently. So there's also Nigerian English. So if you speak that one too, you have to adjust. So I remember the situation when my first school was in Georgia. As in Nigeria, you will say Georgia Southern University. Here it's Southern. So if you like, only way maybe you spell it, you're like, oh, so are you trying to say Southern? So make you feel somehow. So even if that's your first language, like get used to American English. Watch movies. I feel like movies, listen to maybe songs, but books might not really help because it might be spelled similarly, but they may say it a different way. It just helps you be more comfortable with the way they say things. Yeah. I was gonna say, well, I think that's about it. They also have a thing with accents too. If you have like I have a heavy accent, so I wouldn't say like entirely change your accent because you have to be updating that. Because sometimes, like when you're around your people from your country, you just want to let go. But if you decide to form the accents, you wouldn't feel free if you're with like American. So I wouldn't say fake the accent. I'd say like try to say things how they say it. So like if you change the pronunciation of some words so that they would understand you. And try to speak. Don't be like me that raps words. I'm still learning, but try to speak slowly, more clearly. And it should be good. All right, number two is computer literacy. You're gonna type a lot, a whole lot here. Especially because when you come here, usually they make you take English. Anyways, English, and English is mostly on like essays and typing and all whatnot, and even like every correspondence you have with your professor is probably gonna be by email. What else? Even if it's not English class, like some of your classes, like if you take like history or even science classes have like reports you have to submit. So everything here is like it's computers. So you want to be comfortable with that, even if it means like if you're already here, you probably eventually will start to get, like the more you do it, the better you get. But if you're not here yet, that's something you want to make sure you're comfortable with. You don't need to be an expert. I was a very slow typer. So, but you get the hang of it. But that's something you need to know. Prepare your mind. If you hate computers, no, they're gonna be your friends here. So yes. Then number 3 is cooking. Be you a boy or be you a girl, be you man, be you woman. To me, it's a necessary life skill. Number 1, it's healthier. Because even if it's all these fancy restaurants, all this it's not as healthy when you cook it yourself. You know how much you add, you know how much oil you add, you know how much sodium you can control what you eat. Secondly, it saves you money because food is cheap here, but it can get expensive, if you do it every day. The only issue or the only exception is that when you do come here, and if you do decide to stay on campus, that is, you live in the dormitory, most schools will require you to have a meal plan. So the meal plan will probably be unlimited. I think most of them will be unlimited, meaning you can go in 10 times a day. It's on you. It's free. Okay, it's not free, but you will have to pay every single time you go in. Depending on your school, it might be a nice, what's it called? The food might be nice. You can't control that. That's out of your, control. So if you don't want to learn how to cook and you want to bank on that, it's fine. Just know that be ready to eat anything they give you. You understand? But if you can't cook, that's not a factor. Excuse me. Yeah, because then you can go buy things from cheaper grocery stores, make a lot of food for the week, not have to worry about all that. So it's optional, but I really feel like it could save you a lot of money. Number 4 is hair grooming. You don't want to be you don't want to be looking like a mad person to class.
What's the matter with you?
It will happen. It's easy to just lose track of yourself, because sometimes life is fast-paced here, and then you just keep going, and then you have class, you have tests, you have this, you have to help your family, everything. So you want to be able to be as self-sufficient as possible. That includes your hair. So if you're a guy, you shouldn't have to give yourself a nice trim. You can find a wife like that. I'm telling you, you're looking nice, Anyway, sorry, I digress. If you're a girl, if you have kinky hair like me, at least, honestly, if you just want to learn one hairstyle, learn either box braids or twisting, because that can save for weeks in your hair. It doesn't even have to be done. Okay, maybe you should try and make it neat, but it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you kind of pack it up and you look presentable, because when you get here, you probably would start going for as your degree progresses, you start going for career fairs, for jobs, even when you go for extracurricular activities, if to maybe volunteer, you could take pictures of you, you could be on the website, you never know. Or maybe you're going for shadowing. So basically you're going to if you're a pre-med student, so if you're about to be a doctor, shadowing means you follow the doctors around, so you arrange for that and stuff. So but that could also mean shadowing other professions, lawyers or accountants. You don't know where you're going to find yourself every day, so you want to be looking at least presentable, because it says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? You take time. You don't have to be flashy. You don't. So but yeah, at least know how to make hair, know how to make your hair look nice. Because another thing is expensive to pay somebody else to make your hair. So another thing, you can actually be the one that they will pay. There you go. If you know how to do it now, if you're in Nigeria, go to salon. How much? Maybe if you have somebody that has a salon, just watch them make the hair, learn those skills, because they would be helpful eventually. Number five. Okay. driving. This one is optional though. I feel like most of them, except like maybe English or computer, but most of them are optional. It just depends on how much you want to pay for the service if you don't do it yourself. Driving, most states, if you look at the US map, southern, sorry, southern or southern, if you're America, I say southern states are, they don't have they don't have good transportation systems. So by that I mean like buses or trains and stuff. They have some buses, but it's not really reliable. So if you want to get yourself to place, either if it's close, if you stay on campus, everything is on campus, you just walk. If you don't, driving is another option. It's easier if you know how to do it, because honestly, you don't even have to own a car. People think that, okay, if I don't want to do the bus or the trekking or train, I have to own a car. Not necessarily. In some schools you have rental services, like, so you are able to rent a car right from your campus, and it's cheaper. I think it was Zipcar. That's one I used to have in my school. And it's cheaper. Like, if you want to go to the grocery store, you want to go to the bank, you also want to go and see maybe a friend somewhere, and if you want to use Uber or Lyft, it's expensive. What do you know? My language, sorry. So it will be a lot easier if you just get a car. The car, you think it's per hour, you pay per hour. So if you can do everything in like an hour and a half, maybe like $14. Maybe you go for grocery shopping once a month to reduce the cost. Things like that. I really think it's beneficial, and it's easier if you're already learning before you come. So maybe if you want to do your driver's license, because if you don't learn it there, you want to learn it here. When you want to learn, you have to find a friend that has a car that will be teaching you, or you can pay another pay if you want to pay for your driving. I don't know what they're called here. Driving learning services, something like that. Shall you pay for a teacher to teach you? It's more expensive, but if you already know how to do it, you get a friend that has a car. You practice maybe a few times just to know how to parallel park and reverse park and stuff. Then you take the car to the it's called DDS or DMV, and they're the ones that will give you a license. Because even if you can drive and you have a Nigerian license, you have to get an American license. But if you already know how to do it, it's a lot faster to just get a license and then do your stuff. Okay, so if this has been helpful, please share to those who you think might need it. If you have comments, suggestions, leave it in the comment section. I'm happy to see you guys. Hope to see you guys soon. All right, bye.
You got that something that can't be seen. You got that one thing